Back out to the treehouse finally. See there, I had some help this morning and forced the issue and got 3 pieces of plywood up on the roof. Just a bit much for me to load up myself. The sun's playing issues with the camera, but regardless. So you see here I got 3 sheets of plywood up there. That's more than I'm going to get in terms of whole sheets, and trimming it up here is not much fun, so we'll work with that. And I'm standing here at the corner, and this section's off. So right here you can see, can you see it? Right there you can see my mark. That's where the top of the sheet of plywood should land to give me 3/4 of an inch overhang down at that bottom edge, so that when I put my fascia board on, it tucks underneath the plywood. And so I've got it marked right here, and I've got it marked out there, and I'm going to chalk a line across these. Then I'm going to struggle to install this first piece of plywood that only needs to be cut, cross-cut, and then from there everything is going to be quite a bit of cutting. So I'm going to start with that, and we'll take it from there. I'll shoot another video once I get a piece or two on. So this first virtually full piece of sheathing has been installed. See a little strip I cut off down the ground? That was so that it would end right here, splitting this stud. But this first piece was on. Let me simply say that installing sheathing by yourself is somewhat less than fun, and to be more accurate, a royal pain in the ass. I've got the second piece of sheathing here caught on this stop. There's actually a piece underneath it too, but I've got the second piece marked out. So that's where I'll cut it there, and that cut should end up right here. And then as we move to the other side, see I've got the markings here and there to take out this corner, and this missing corner is designed to accommodate where the tree is in this corner. So it's marked out. I'm going to cut it now, and we'll see if she fits. It's cut, so let's see if she fits. Who would have guessed it? Fit on the first try. So there it is, notched around the tree. You can more see the define of the corner I notched. It's a little exaggerated because you can see over here, that's where the soffit overhangs the side. So the notch in the footprint's not actually that big. If you look at it down there, you see it's not quite as big. But regardless, that eave is now entirely sheathed in with these 2 pieces. I'm going to take this roughly half sheet now and start my next course over. Sheathing's a lot like work. The first piece on the second course is up. I'm probably gonna, well, I'm going to try to put the second piece of the second course on, and we'll see how it goes. Before I do that though, I gotta take this scrap and move this out of the way, because that'll end up, this piece will end up going down here on the second row, I think. And I gotta take this cleat and get it off, and the saw probably leave up here, because I'm gonna have to trim this next sheet once I get it up there. But next piece is to try to get a piece of sheathing up here by myself. Should be exciting. I think I'm gonna call it a night. You can see, here's the first course on. There's the first piece of the second course. But that first piece of the second course should also demonstrate why I'm calling it a night. You can see how from there to the top is just about even with the knee wall. So I've managed to frame this where I will not really be able to fit more pieces up between the rafters, at least not 4-foot wide pieces. And that leaves me to having to pull the other pieces up either outside the treehouse from the ground, which is, I'm going to say roughly about 15-16 feet up from the ground to the eave right there, or on this face, conceivably I could throw something down here as decking and then pull them up to there, which is what I'll probably do. That's only there's probably about 12 feet or so, but I'm going to need a second body to do that. I'm not going to be able to swing that by myself. So, as I don't have a helper right now, we're going to call it a night and check the weather. We're not supposed to get any rain between today and tomorrow night. Hopefully that holds true, because as a professional waterproofer, it just bothers the hell out of me that I haven't been able to enclose this thing yet. It's just hard to do in my spare time by myself. But that all being said, we'll call this a good 2.5, 3 hours on the treehouse, which is unfortunately all I got. And we'll try again tomorrow night. Hopefully I don't get home from work too late. On the way down, I just screwed on this small piece as temporary decking so that somebody can stand there and pass up to me the last piece. That piece is just kind of hanging off the edge. It's a scrap piece. But we can take this piece of sheathing here, bring it out, pass it up, pull it across, and then I'll be able to sheathe that spot. So I should be good to go once I get somebody else here who's strong enough to lift sheathing.